that we have created this marginal relative frequency distribution, which is what we did in the last video, we're going to transfer that information to what's called a relative frequency histogram. And before we make our histogram, I'm just going to point out that I am using this key here, and so I'm going to use the color orange to represent all of the information for students that are 18 years or older. And then I'm going to use this green color right here to represent students that are between 19 and 50. And then I'm going to use blue to represent people that are 50 years or older. But you can use any three colors that you want. And if you don't have colors, then you can do things like maybe make one of them polka dotted and one of them striped and one of them, spotted other direction stripes, something like that. So you don't necessarily have to use color as long as it's obvious what you're representing. So I'm going to go ahead and start by representing for sports. I'm doing sports, and I'm going to look at my students 18 years old and under. It says 7.1%. So first of all, I forgot to make my scale here. So let's go, we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20. That should be sufficient. So for sports, for my students 18 and under, it was 7.1%. So let's go ahead and go about right here. We're just going to have to estimate because we're only going up by fives. And then for my movies, it was 10.7%. So just a little bit over the 10 mark. And then for reading, it was 7.9%. And then for walking, it was 2.9%. Okay, so now I'm going to represent the adults 19 to 50. So for sports, it was 3.6%. It's approximately right here. And then for movies, 11.4%. It's a little bit higher. And then for reading, it's 8.9. And then walking was 15.4. So that's way up there. All right, and then lastly, we need to represent our age group 50 over 50. So for sports, it was only 1.8%. For movies, we had 7.1%. For reading, it was 12.5. And then for walking, 10.7. A little off right there. All right, so this is your relative frequency histogram, and you can see that the key here, our orange color represents, all of these are representing the age group of 18 and under, and then my green color is representing my age group 19 to 50, and then my blue color is representing my 50 and over. So just whatever colors that you choose or whatever pattern that you choose, make sure that you make a key. This is important, because that's going to tell your reader what they're seeing.